I'm Najaya, I'm 14, and I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. We learned about Harriet Tubman and Benjamin Baker. Man. Harriet Tubman traveled people from the place where they got slaves at to Pennsylvania so they could be free. Benjamin Franklin. Am I saying something right? I'm scared. We're in Maryland, where Benjamin we're at. I picked apples. Did a hike and got lost. I got on a boat and was scared, but I did it. And yeah, that's all.
We cooking pancakes with apples, and we gonna make an apple stew too. And after we do that, we gonna cook some sausages with some seasoning in them. And that's what else we got for breakfast today, and water. Oh yeah, and we got some freshly picked apples that came off the tree. We're gonna be boiling with some butter and some stuff to make a stew.
It don't matter
apple
if
stew.
it's apart or not.
That's what we're doing.
So this weekend, it was a lot. Like, I don't think I've ever done so much in a weekend. We got rained on, got a big storm. It was a road trip, a camping trip. I don't know, it was a lot. We got to learn about our history and stuff like that. And honestly, it was a fun experience. Only part I didn't like was probably the rain. I can't control that though, so but yeah, overall it was fun, and I think it's something that a lot of other children should get, and it should expand further so other people can get that type of experience and get that type of knowledge. And honestly, I had fun. I feel like other children will have fun. Honestly, that's all for me.
Can you tell us why?
Well, this is the Baltimore and Ohio. Excursion is an African water god. Yeah. African water god. It also means in astrology, it means love, fertility, wealth, and joy. That's right.
That's what she said.
Both names have been traditionally female, or because water is always feminine. Right, because in their culture, they're talking about a god. They're talking about Poseidon and these male gods with the water. You know what I mean? But in African culture, the water is always the feminine, because the tide comes in and out, which is regulated by the moon. Okay, the moon is feminine. The moon is the woman. The sun is the man. The sun is the masculine. The moon and earth are the feminine. Mother Earth. Well, then who's the father then? Well, you can't have a mother without a father, so the son is the father, which doesn't get quite the credit in this way, but I'm telling you the old time knowledge. So all of these orishas, deities, gods and goddesses are in accordance with the astrological signs. And this is Yoruba, this is Nigeria, as you well know. And you have your, Igbo lace and all of this, and it's beautiful. So the Oshun is one of Oshun and Yemaya or Yemocha. Are the female or the feminine water spirits, and they have their own characteristics. They both have their own, because all the goddesses have their own things that you can't do and things you can do, things that you are allowed to do. You have to, and there's certain times of the year that you pour libation to them, and there's rituals, there is festivals, all that stuff is going on in Nigeria from a traditional standpoint regarding these gods and goddesses. So that culture is still there. It's just wrapped up within Christianity. It's wrapped up within Islam today. Many Yorubas are Christian. Many Yorubas are Islam. So if you're listening to Fuji music, this is like Yoruba Islamic music. Okay, it's what they call Fuji, which is actually named after Mount Fuji in Japan. Okay, but that's a type of music. I'm big on African music. So, but Fuji is a type of music, when you're hearing that, you're hearing the Muslim sounds in there, but you're hearing all the African drumming in it, and mixed in there with it, it's together, you know, because Africa is the crossroads, so everybody's in there, and all that is in the world is in there. That's right. Everything in the world is in Africa somewhere, you know what I mean? Good, bad, this, that, left, right, up, down, it's in Africa somewhere. You just have to know what you're looking at. So yeah, Oshun is a proper name for a boat, you know, because it has the feminine spirit. My boat is named Makossa, named after the music, named after the Cameroonian music. Because they told us, because Michael Jackson brought it back with Mamako, Mamasa, Mama Makossa, right? But that's what he said. That's what he's talking about.
Oh.
Humankind was learning how to preserve foods, was learning how to make that food last. And we do a lot of that here with Mr. Banneker. A lot of the things we do are helping to put foods away, put foods aside. In fact, next week we'll be doing a whole program on preserving the harvest. And we're going to be teaching people how to make sauerkraut and
You gotta check. You gotta check. You don't know whether that's fit for you or not. It's smoke coming down there. Wow. You see that?
What trash?
Not a good idea. The way along the time.
How was y'all ride? Watch your head. It was decent. Watch your head, great. Okay, y'all can come down now. A little sharp. Come down facing the end. Watch your head.
Actually, west side, Ghana side now.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. Okay, bet. I got you. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, so you in and out of
Ohio, and you got some Baltimore.
Yeah. Okay, bet. That's good, man. Yeah, I know. You've been there for some time. Yeah, that's good.
I've been to Chicago one time to O'Hare Airport on my way. So doing that Marine Corps.
Because we know the government is moving more and more in that direction. We see the same thing in Gambia. I was just at the Gambia. I was 5, 6 months. We're doing some boat work there, actually, in the Gambia. So this story, not even knowing yet all the stuff I did over there, but my Gambian and my African American friends, they brought me over there just to accelerate a boat project that was going on there. And the sister that lived there, I stayed with a sister there who is a DMV sister, but she is full-time Gambia, you know. She don't even come to the States no more. Wow. And she's full-time over there. I stayed with her for about a month while I was doing all the boat work over there. So, it was a little fiberglass boat, way smaller than this. So my sailboat is nearby. It's a couple blocks down the road, but I'm still working on the engine. We're still having a number of very crazy engine issues with this thing that is driving me crazier and crazy. But anyway, I wanted to have my boat here, but at least we have George here. You guys, I'm not sure we're going to have time to take everybody out, but we can at least get on the boat. You can check things out, and I'll show you a couple things. I have a nautical chart that I'm going to show you. Who is from Cambridge? Who is from Cambridge? Who born in Cambridge? Nobody born in Cambridge? All right, bet. But you just come from Cambridge, right?
Right.
So anybody tell me what is the name of the river that it's sitting on? Like when you go to downtown, when you go to the water, what's the name of that river there? All right, that's okay. You're gonna know by the end of this. What's the name of this river right here? So this is Baltimore now, you know what I mean? You don't know the name of this river?
It's the harbor.
No, it ain't. This is Fells
It's the
Point.
Chesapeake Bay.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm gonna get the chart. I'm gonna grab the chart and I'm gonna explain a couple. We're gonna look at the chart so we can see, we're gonna orient ourselves so you can see where we are in the world here. But keep in mind though that this water goes out to the whole world. You can get to the whole world from here. On this water. You can get to anywhere in the world from right here on this water. All this water's connected. You can go out the river, down to the bay, 100 miles down the bay, and then out to the Atlantic Ocean, and then the whole world is sitting right there. How you think this city was built? The British came here. Where is the real Baltimore? This is the American one. This was named after another Baltimore from Ireland. Baltimore, Ireland is on the water. They came here and named this Baltimore because it reminded them of the Baltimore in Ireland. There is a city in England called York. They came here, the British, and made a New York. You can go to the old York the York, England that they came from, which is also on the water. There's a city in England called Jersey. They came here and made a New Jersey. They made a New Hampshire. These are cities in England. Oh, there's a French city down in Louisiana. What's the name of the city I'm talking about in Louisiana?
Baton Rouge.
No, not Baton Rouge, although they about to get hit in New Orleans. Right. Well, then where is the old Orleans then?
Gotta be.
If there's a New Orleans over here, where is the old? Huh? No,
En
not England.
français.
It's Orléans. France, exactly, because it's New Orleans. Orleans is a city in France, and guess what? It's on the water. So they didn't name, the French came over here and named these places after their own country. You over here thinking it's American, it's not. That stuff is English and French. And you speaking English, you're not speaking Yoruba, you're not speaking Igbo, you're not speaking Wolof, you're not speaking, Fawn, you're not speaking Ashanti, you're not speaking no African language, you're speaking the European language. Although we speak it in African ways, but we still are not, so hopefully you can learn these words and these different African words. When I was in the Gambia, everybody there speak English, but they were speaking Wolof all around me, all the time, and I didn't know what they were saying. But they was protecting me, they took care of me, they didn't rip me off. I had friends to take care of me because you know how it is. You go to another country, they'll just talk to each other in their own language about you. You don't even know what they're talking about. They could be ripping you off. So I had my friends there to be like, no, this is my friend from America. You don't rip him off, Let me show you something. Look at this. This is $200 of Gambian money. Look who's on the front. You don't have no black people on your money here.
Yaya Jimmy.
Right? This is Yaya. Check it. Check it out. This is $200. That's 200 Gambian dollars. And that man was the president. He's not the president today, but he was the previous president when this bill was made. Yep. So this is $200. Look on the back. $200. The name of the currency is dollar. This is African money. And that's the president.
You are making a video, aren't you?
Yes, sir. On the bottom. All right, come. Lift your foot up. Lift your foot up. Oh, see you tomorrow.
I just touched the dragonfly.
God's gonna trouble the water. See that scoundrel dressed in black. God's gonna trouble the water. He looks like the one they tried to keep back. God's gonna trouble the water. Now you make sure that you're very quiet. This is a secret meeting. Have your seat there where the big house can't see. We work from can't see to can't see, and now they can't see us. So you sit there and be very quiet. Have yourself a seat. The elders have gathered because we have a story to tell about our ways, about where we come from. This here is our place, this meeting here tonight. This here is our place. This is our way. Listen and take note. We're gonna all be free. I'm gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside, oh yeah, down by the riverside, oh, down by the riverside. I'm gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside and study this war no more. I'm gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside, oh yeah, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. You're gonna lay down your burden down by the riverside and study this war no more.
Djembe made out of wood, goat skin, string, cord. Our ancestors played these on the continent. When they brought us on the other side of the big water, the ocean, we didn't have these anymore. Today you have cell phones to communicate with. This is what we communicated with. We talked to one another over great distances with these drums. That's why they didn't want us to have them here while our people were enslaved. They didn't want us to be able to talk from this plantation to the plantation way down there. We talked with these. Certain beats was like speaking words. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The first time I saw one of these, when I got back out of the Marine Corps, I saw one of these in the Marine Corps in North Carolina. It was an African dance troupe. They had 4 or 5 brothers playing these, and the sisters had the shaker rays, and they had on their African outfits, and they was dancing, and I was like, I must have one of those. And just, I gotta get these. This is not one of my better ones. I got the best one I got now is home. I don't bring it out like this, but I started buying them when I got out the Marine Corps in '89. At one time I had about 14 of these, but that was a drum call. The drum call symbolizes getting your attention. Something important is getting ready to happen. That's what the drum call does. If I could move this out here in the middle, and you all could make a circle. It don't have to be a perfect circle, but circle around me and just maybe little arm's distance between you. Come on. Spread it out.
Go ahead.
Spread it out. Back up some. I'm gonna call this the unity circle. Whenever we get together in a group organized, we want to have what we call a unity circle. The unity circle is symbolic of the village. In the village, everyone is connected. No one is first and no one is last in the circle. You can't say you number one and you two, no. Same thing in the village. No matter how old you are, no matter how young you are, the village is the village. Everybody is connected. There is no first, there is no last. If I can get you to spread the energy of female, male, female, I need 2 males to come in between here. Come on, step over. Step over. Need everybody to put their hands out to the side. Take your left hand with your palm facing up. Connect with the right hand, which is facing down of the person next to you. The left hand, the palm facing up, symbolizes receiving the blessing of connectedness. The right hand facing down symbolizes giving the blessing of being connected. Within this circle, everybody has a heartbeat. In the unity circle, we experience the collective, powerful rhythm of all the heartbeats in the circle. We become conscious of the power we create whenever we all come together. You get the message in that? When we come together, we create energy, power. If I had a light bulb, I could show you that we could light a light bulb by us because there's electricity running through us. Positive, negative, up, down, left, right. If you put this light bulb in the right spot, it'll light up. I've seen it done. What we're gonna do now, we're gonna pay tribute and honor and ask for the spirits to come and join us. This is called libation. Some of you, I don't know if you have done it. I don't think none of y'all should be old enough except some of the adults. But the young people shouldn't have experienced this yet. But when I was a young whippersnapper out there, we would drink some wine and pour libation and say for those who aren't here. And we don't even know where we got it from. It's just something that was passed down. This is something that came from the continent. They did this, but they invoked the spirits. In libation, we use a clean vessel. We use fresh water to symbolize certain things. And we see some life here coming our way, a caterpillar. But that's nature, and we don't want to hurt it, so we want to let him figure out he going the wrong way when they get over here and like, uh-oh, there was some humans. I think I better go the other way. But libation, we pour libation first. We have many names and many different practices as spiritual goes. So I like to say we pour libation and we honor and pay respect and tribute to the Most High, the Creator. As I pour a little water, we say Ashe. Ashe means I approve. Amen. It's like giving approval, like so be it, let it be. You speak it into existence. So we pour libation for the Creator, the Most High. We pour libations for the ancestors that will sit at the feet of the Most High in the next lifetime to come. We say Ashe. We pour libation for those ancestors that were fortunate enough to be buried on the continent of Africa. We say Ashe. Come on, let me hear y'all. Ashe. All right, we pour libation for all those lost in the Great Mayafa, the Middle Passage, and the slave trade. We say Ashe. Ashe. We understand that the Middle Passage is coming from the continent of Africa to the Americas, and a lot of our people were thrown overboard. A lot of our people rebelled, lost their life taking over the ship. Some of them weren't successful. Some rebellions were successful. They turned the ships around, went back to Africa. We don't hear about those. They made one movie I know of called The Armistead, where the Africans took over the ship, but they still ended up in America, and they was defended. They had a trial, and they got to go back to Africa. But for all those ancestors, that's what I'm talking about, and I say the Middle Passage, the Great Mayafa, okay? We pour libation for all those ancestors in our own bloodline, all the ancestors that were never acknowledged that we don't know. We say, Ashe. Now, you all are from Ohio, and we are from Maryland, but the next thing we do, we pour libation for our bloodline ancestors, our grandmothers, our grandfathers, fathers, aunts, uncles, cousins, all those people that were honorable people. We don't play libation for the crooks or the thieves in our family. They don't deserve libation. You understand? We pay homage to those respectable people, those people that contributed to our race. So we say the names in our family line, and somebody say Ashe while they thinking of a name, and then the rest of you say your family names, all right? Frank Williams, Ashe. Sadie Moss, Inez Spicer, Gaither Spicer, Higgins, Alonzo McClellan, David and F. Williams, Stewart's, Uncle Willie, Gaines, Uncle Pap, Ashe, Ashe. Come on, let me hear y'all. Y'all got ancestors. Say their name. Say their name. Recognize their spirit. Give them praise. Give them honor. Give them respect.
Yes, Ashe.
Yeah, Ashe, Ashe. Let me hear you. Maxine Gilliam, Mr. and Mrs. Steve Gilliam, Uncle Pap, Aunt Irene, Aunt Margaret, Uncle Arthur.
It seems like it's gonna blow away this. The wind ain't gonna be heavy enough to lift you up and take you nowhere. Just stay in there. We'll get you in the morning.
It's really important with the young people for you to be calm, because they're gonna mirror your energy. So if you calm and you speak to them calm, because you know you got that whole drill sergeant thing, and we love that drill sergeant thing that you got, but you gotta just, you know, be calm in helping them to learn and grow through it. And now today they can say they survived it.
That's the key thing. We all still here.
And that's just what our ancestors did. So it's kind of
that's the thing is like, what do you think Harriet Tubman would have done if she didn't have no weather report and didn't have nobody skilled to read the sky, you know? Because our folks, old folks, used to sit here on the porch and look at the clouds and say, it's gonna rain today, or you know, by 2 o'clock today we're gonna have a storm. They could read the clouds and stuff. I can't read jack.
just important to get that knowledge to them, because it's gonna come a time again where they're gonna need it.
That's a whole
soon and very soon.
That's a whole lesson right there. It's like asking, do you think if our ancestors would have picked last night to run away before it started raining, and then all that storm that we went through, do you think that they chased them, where they would have chased them with dogs on foot, where they would have got on horses, or where they say, we'll get those niggers in the morning, you know? All of that, you know, and you know they can't go back and say, boss, we made a mistake, boss, we was trying to get away, but we came back. No, that's a no-no. So if they would have been out there, they'd have had.
I will learn about the legacy of freedom seekers and those who fought hard for freedom throughout the United States. I pledge to do my part to protect the natural, cultural, historical, and recreational resources of my public lands for the enjoyment, education, and inspiration